Constructicons.
We will take it from here later, Soundwave. Constructicons, combine!
Prepare for devastation, Bruticus.
We must get out of the way. Run, Autobots.
But my machine!
Jump!
Kevin, look!
Whoa.
Starscream, how do your stealth function?
Sniveling fool! You cannot kill what is unkillable. I can't say the same for yourself!
What?
Hey guys, the Firebird is here. It's just me. Skybound Issue 16 is out, and oh my god, this issue is so insane. But as per usual, spoiler alert, cause holy crap, this issue, oh my god dude, it's so peak and so much stuff happens in it. Well, I mean, not that much, but the stuff that does happen in this issue is actually very important, and it does set up the future about where Skybound is going in terms of its storyline. So as always, I'm gonna be breaking down the issue, giving you my thoughts on it, and if you guys want to check out my previous comic reviews for the other issues of Skybound, like the playlist for it is gonna be linked in the description down below. I cover issues 1 to 6, the Arrival to Earth arc, I cover issues 7 to 12, the Shockwave's Harvest arc, 13 and 14, the Rise of Starscream, and now we're in this newest arc, which doesn't quite have a name yet, but I named the Fallout arc, because everything that the comic has been building up seems to finally be paying off. And in this issue, we have the return of a certain character we've been waiting for the longest time to make his debut in the Skybound comics. But anyways, that's a spoiler, so if you're still here, I assume you're cool with that. Now let's jump right into it. So we start the issue off with Blue Streak, Alita 1, and Cliffjumper. They're all wandering the wastes of Cybertron, and we find out that they're actually headed to the place where Starscream killed all of Cliffjumper's clan. While Alita and Blue Streak are actually concerned that they're all out here in the open and they shouldn't be here, Cliffjumper retorts that the Decepticons never go back to the places where they destroyed everything, and that he actually hid something very important to him. And then he reveals a spark canister. It has the spark of his clanmates stored inside of it, fragments of each one of them. There's not enough here to bring one of them back, but with all of them combined, maybe they can create something new, and Cliffjumper's clan can live again. Wow, Cliffjumper sure went through a lot in the Skybound comics. You know what he could have used? That's right. Full disclosure, this video is sponsored by our paid partner, BetterHelp. Whoa. Nowadays, as our role becomes more and more challenging to live in, a lot of us struggle with mental health issues. I sure have struggled with the feeling of pressure from my family, and sometimes even maintaining this whole YouTube thing going, it can be overwhelming at times. Recently, I've been feeling like I'm lagging behind, or as if I'm not at the ideal point in life yet. The stresses and insecurities can get you down at times, ensuring you never progress forward. BetterHelp can help you by providing online therapy for those who need it. Sometimes all you need is someone who can help you untangle all these external pressures that torment your soul, as well as break down these vague feelings of insecurities into something understandable and corrigible. Therapists can help you develop a personalized timeline that is tailored for you, develop tools to measure your progress, and do away with those pesky feelings of insecurity. Go away, insecurities! So don't delay and start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/thefirebrothers and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video, and now, back to the comic. We then cut back to Earth once again where the Decepticons are on their own out civil war. And let me tell you something guys, this is incredible. And we have our very much awaited Bruticus be Devastator fight. And just as the two of them are about to clash, the Autobots jump off the dam, trying to avoid the explosion. These two just clashing alone was enough to create a giant explosion that basically destroyed Wheeljack's machine that was being used to revive other Autobots. This is is some DVC level type and we get one of the best pieces of art in Skybound so far. The anatomy, the perspective, everything here is perfect. But while that's going on, a couple of kids that were just passing by see the fight of the Titans. But I'm sure they won't be important.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
Soundwave and Starscream start fighting. Soundwave is understandably surprised that Starscream somehow survived, you know, his near-death experience. Starscream's like, haha, I could say the same thing about you. And then uses his little remote to pull back his craft so Soundwave can be hit by acid train while he says choo-choo all out. You can't make this This is fun. This is great. Why can't we get this level of writing in the movies? Fire Lorenzo's ass and get us these riders. While Soundwave is fighting Acid Train, Thundercracker then swoops in ready to fight Starscream. He's like, Starscream, how could you do this? And Starscream's all like, bro, you let Soundwave almost kill me. And then you stood by his side. How can I forgive that? The two start fighting and then Starscream makes a really good point that him and Soundwave are not that different and Thundercracker is a fool for following him. Starscream then reveals that it was not just him who basically slaughtered Skyward for parts in the earlier issues. Soundwave took part of that and he was just as complicit in the act as Starscream. So really, Thundercracker is a hypocrite for following Soundwave who's no better than Starscream. This actually gets to Thundercracker and makes him hesitate for a bit, which Starscream takes the chance to uppercut Thundercracker, and then he has him at his mercy, and now he's ready to kill him. But just before he does that, Thundercracker reveals that he has the remote that Starscream's been using to like move his little craft around. Thundercracker pulls the switch, he makes Starscream fall off the dam, and onto Acid Train who was busy fighting Soundwave. Also, something very interesting about this is that we finally get an explanation why Acid Train hates Megatron so much. It was kind of implied that it was because, you know, Megatron locked him into the Nemesis for like how many years for absolutely no reason. But now we actually have the reason behind it. Apparently, Megatron killed the one he loved. Now, exactly who he's talking about, we don't know just yet, but I'm guessing it's gonna be revealed in the future. Seeing that he's now a number, Soundwave calls out for Thundercracker to help, but with the new revelation of what he did to Skywarp now in his mind, Thundercracker transforms and leaves the area, leaving Soundwave to fend off for himself. While all of this is going on, Optimus calls out to Soundwave and Starscream to stop this mindless fighting. If they destroy the dam, it will kill many humans around the area. All that Starscream can reply with is, does it look like we care about the humans? Bro, do it, no balls. And Optimus gets another vision. This is similar to the vision that he got a while back of, like, you know, him helping what it looks like to be a little human Spike take its first steps. But this time, the vision is more violent, I guess is the best way to describe it. But then Optimus reveals his purple eyes, and fueled by a murderous desire, he fires Megatron's cannon into the dam, shattering and causing a tsunami to sweep over the Decepticons. But the Decepticons are not the only ones causing the tsunami. The two kids that we saw earlier are trying to desperately move away in their bicycles. Optimus tries to make his way to them in order to save them, but he's not gonna reach in time, when all of a sudden, Trailbreaker shows up and rescues the kids. So my prediction became true and Trailbreaker did in fact survive the last issue. And just in time, he pops up a force field that shields the little kids from the water, and he politely introduces himself to them. Trailbreaker greets his fellow Autobots, and he's understandably confused about everything that's going on. When he asks for an explanation, the words that Optimus Prime can reply with is simply chaos. We then call back to our crew of Cybertron, where we meet up with the Autobot Resistance. Cliffjumper does not recognize any of them, and Elita 1 explains that they were all born after Optimus and the Autobots left. When Elita inquires as to what Cliff is gonna do with the spark canister, he says that he wants to take them to the Well of All Sparks. Elita explains that they can't go there since that place is heavily under the Decepticon control. To which Warpath says, well, technically everywhere is under Decepticon control, so it makes no difference. Cliffjumper argues that the Autobots need reinforcements. Wouldn't a new extra warrior help them out? To which Bluestreak is actually surprisingly okay with this. He says that everyone is feeling pretty hopeless at the moment and they could all use a little hope. A new warrior, a new Autobot might be the thing that could rally the different scattered groups of Autobots around Cybertron to inspire new hope amongst them so they can all overthrow the Decepticon regime. Elita 1 considers this and asks Cliffjumper what's he gonna do after he gets what he wants. Is he gonna go back to Earth, to Optimus? But Cliffjumper responds, no. I'm going back to Carly, and then we cut to her, where we see that her alongside RC, Beachcomber, and Spike are actually looking for Ultra Magnus. However, we then cut to a location previously unknown, and Laserbeak is looking around the deserted canyons, when we then hear a voice call out, "My old friend." It has been too long. I must thank you for finding me wandering these desolate landscapes. But thanks to your temporary sacrifice, I can now see. Now guide me to my warriors. It is Megatron! Finally here! After so long, he makes his debut in the Skybound comics. Megatron is here! And oh my god, this is so hype. They've been hyping up Megatron since so long and now he's finally here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for issue 16. Oh man, guys, what can I even say about this issue? This was freaking great! First off, I want to go over the stuff that's happening on Cybertron with Cliffjumper's new spark. I do think that the story on Cybertron is going to be about Cliffjumper and the Autobots finding hope, because after the events of the last arc, everyone's kind of pretty hopeless and bummed out, and Cybertron is kind of dying, and and this has been an ongoing theme in the previous comics. The whole thing about trying to find hope in a very bleak world. We see it physically with Optimus Prime and his like weird purple eyes that keep popping every here and there, the loss of innocence and that kind of stuff. So seeing that thematic branch of like the Autobots trying to bring new life to inspire everyone else continues the themes of the Skybound comics. Now, exactly who this new Spark Warrior is gonna be, I don't know. This is someone that supposedly is part of Cliffjumper's clan, and the only other member that we know was part of Cliffjumper's clan was Bumblebee. So it's probably someone that is gonna sort of look like Bumblebee. So there's two characters here I can see fitting this mold. It will either be Wasp, or I think the more likely scenario is probably Goldbug. Because, I don't think they're gonna do like Bumblebee gets resurrected into Goldbug type of thing, because Bumblebee's spark should still be on Earth, maybe. Unless Cliffjumper has been just carrying it around ever since he found out that Bumblebee died. Or maybe Goldbug will be an entirely new character that's not related to Bumblebee. Think of it like how in some continuities, Cybertron has no relation to Megatron, they're both two separate entities. So I could see that being the case. But I think the main spectacle was definitely on Earth. The fight between the Decepticons was so chaotic and I love it. I like how Thundercracker switched sides. Well, they didn't switch sides, he kind of just dipped out because he just didn't want anything to do with Soundwave anymore, or Starscream. The art for this issue was spectacular. From the fight of the Titans to like Astro Train's little run over Soundwave. Or Thundercracker's little fight against Starscream. The art has been phenomenal, and I still don't know why they didn't give us any page previews for this comic issue. Hopefully it was just a one-time thing, and kinda hope we do, because without them I can't do the skits at the beginning. But people have asked me to just dub over the original comics, like the full thing, and I have been considering doing that. I'm still not so sure if I'm gonna do it though, because like a
few inches later.
And continuing on from like potential unknown characters, Astro said that Megatron killed the one he loved. Now, exactly who he could be talking about, I don't know. Like, I don't remember a female Decepticon, unless he's talking about Nightbird or even a dude. This is potentially something that will get revealed in the upcoming issues. Also, we got the return of Murder Prime, and also think I'm gonna say like the purple eyes thing, his anger and the visions are popping up way more frequently. Because during the second arc of the series, they popped up every here and there, but I feel like now they're popping up way more consistently than they usually did. But exactly what this means, I still don't know. I am so confused about this, in a good way. I'm curious to see where the story goes from here, but like, man, those purple eyes give me some traumatic flashbacks to T, okay? Seeing Trollbreaker was actually pretty cool. I kinda did saw this comic because I said last issue I think Trollbreaker survived because he appears in the cover, so I think that makes sense. And it's also very convenient that they just happened to revive the one Autobot that was used for their situation. But now we have a new Autobot here, and I'm actually pretty happy about that because like, the Skybound comics kinda have that movie feel, at least that early movie feel. You know when you watch the first Transformers movies, like at least 1 to 3, whenever we saw a new Autobot or a new Decepticon, like it was a big deal. Then by the point of Age of Extinction in TOK, like whenever we saw someone new, it was not a big deal because where we started seeing a lot of them, but in the Skybound comics we're still in that phase where whenever someone new shows up, it's kind of a big deal. At least least in most cases. And I do love some of the subtle parallels here to the previous comic issues, especially with Optimus here, when so long ago he killed an innocent deer by accident. He felt sad about it, but it wasn't him. But this time, he almost killed humans, and he feels disgusted by it. It was his own actions. This time, he was the trigger. His hands were almost stained with the blood of the innocent. And in a way, I feel very bad for Optimus here. He's definitely going through a lot, but I feel like this Optimus has a lot of depth. It's kind of like something that they never did with Optimus Prime in the movies. In the movies, Optimus was always, I wouldn't say a bland character, but he's a character that doesn't exactly grow or change much. Well, the Skybound Optimus is someone that I feel is haunted, someone that's tortured. He's a character that has a lot of depth, and I love that about him. As for Carly and Spike, they're both looking for Ultra Magnus, and my guess is that they're probably gonna find him in the city, because in the cover for the next issue, we see Ultra Magnus looking at a destroyed city. So my guess is that that's where they're gonna find him, and they're gonna convince him to, you know, come back into the fight. Or maybe we'll fail, because I don't know, the Skybound Comics does a really good job at subverting expectations the right way, and I honestly don't know what's gonna come of this. Will Ultra Magnus help them or not? Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments down below. And the reveal of Megatron, my god, dude, we've been waiting for this for so long, and now that he's here, I think he's gonna get back into the fight, like the fight that's going on right now, and he's gonna be like, Decepticons, I return. Then Soundwave, the Constructicons, and I think even the Combaticons are gonna bow down to him. Because to be honest, the Combaticons' beef wasn't exactly with Megatron, it was mostly with Soundwave. So if Megatron shows up and tells them, yo guys, everyone now follows me, you don't follow Soundwave anymore, I'm the captain now, then I do think that the Combaticons are gonna be like, okay fine, Soundwave, I know we tried to kill you, but we're cool now, we follow Megatron. The only ones that won't go through with this will definitely be Train and Starscream. My guess is that Starscream will probably die, because I don't know, like I feel like Starscream's character arc, like his whole thing has already run its course, and the Skybound Comics is not afraid to kill off characters. So I feel like Starscream has death flags all around him, but I feel like Train might, you know, be the rebellious Decepticon that maybe lives to fight another day. Maybe, I don't know. It's like I said, the comics are very unpredictable. But anyways, in terms of rankings, I actually really did like Skybound issue 16, the art was great. Maybe some proportions even there were a bit awkward, like not that I'm taking a look at Megatron's art, I'm like, it doesn't look entirely right. But for the most part, I thought it was great. Very action-packed issue, a lot of suspense and action, drama. It's all building up to Megatron's return. But yeah, this was a great way to start 2025. This comic, very solid. I'm tempted to give it a 10 out of 10, but my only gripe with it is maybe, I'm not super invested on whatever's going on Cybertron at the moment. Don't get me wrong, it's interesting, but right now, I kind of want to see what's going on Earth and what our main characters are doing. They will probably tie in what's happening on Cybertron to what's happening on Earth some way, because that's kind of what happened in the second arc of the series with Elita and Ultra Magnus, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, 9 out of 10. Guys, this was a crazy comic issue, and oh my god, I love talking about the comic so much. My only gripe is that these videos take so long to make. Because really, the comics are so great, and I feel like not a lot of people are reading them. The people that are know it's peak, but there's a lot of people out there who also, you know, don't read it and really like Transformers, but they don't like comics, so they don't read them. Which is kind of a shame, because the Skybound comics, in my opinion, are so good that I think they should be turned into movies. I am not even kidding. Make this a movie or a TV series, and guarantee Transformers, bam, it's back. We're so back. Because that's what the movies were missing for a long time, like Rise of the Beast. Like, I know I've been like one of the biggest critiquers of Rise of the Beast, but my problem with Rise of the Beast is that it was a very mid movie with a very mid script. Yes, it had good elements there, and yes, I will say it's better than TLK and Age of Extinction. But the problem is that it wasn't bad. The problem was it was not great. And I feel like with this level of writing, we can do so much. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I want to pass on the question out to you guys. Who do you think is going to be the new Autobot born on Cybertron? Do you think that Megatron will take control over the Decepticons next issue? And do you think that Train or Starscream will die? There's like so many interesting ways you can take this comic, and the Skybound comics is just full of surprises. Like honestly, trying to predict the story, it's kind of hard sometimes. There are some things that are a bit predictable, like, you know, the Decepticons Civil War, which was built up since the beginning. But even then, I did not expect it to turn out this way. The Decepticons truly are a house divided. I still think that Megatron's gonna show up and, you know, just claim leadership over the Decepticons. Maybe Train dies, and in my opinion, I think Goldbug is a likely choice for the new Autobot that's, you know, gonna be born on Cybertron. It's like I said, this comic issue sets up so many different things for the upcoming months, and I guess we'll find out in due time if Skybound can keep this streak of consistent peaking, or if it fumbles later on. For that, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully hopefully you'll enjoy. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that annoying YouTuber stuff that the algorithm likes so much. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys. And anyways, guys, before we go, shout out to our incredible sex tier Patreons: Steve Martin, Primeburst611, Inferno65, Winsolopes Hightower, Scout, Crowley666, Silverman, King Sparta, Super Transformers Hedgehog, Xavier.God, Stage Productions, Scrub Lordo, Night Trance Official, and Predaking Hunter Plays. And an equally great shout out to our channel members: Shin Leviathan Dragon, TF Cypher, and Laser Sin. Thank you guys so much for donating. Is much appreciated. Link to my Patreon and channel membership will be in the description down below. Consider donating because you get a few perks and see some videos early, even collab with me in some cases. The list goes on. But anyways, guys, thank you for your support. Helps to keep the channel going, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe, guys.